Hi and welcome. I'm Sandy of Lolly and Sand, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ontario, Canada. I hope you're having a beautiful week. I am. I'm retired, so like every day is beautiful. It's just beautiful. What can I say? So let's get right to it. We're going to be making this really cute fun fold using the He's All That bundle. So it's the stamp set and the dies, and we'll be using some embellishments as well. So, oh, I'm yawning. I'm sorry. Good gracious. It hasn't been that long of a day. Anyway, so this is one of those stamp sets that you're going to use year-round. Now, that Father's Day, clearly, that's Father's Day. But everything else, all year round. And that's what I like about stamp sets that give me options that I can use them. Not if they're not just seasonal. Let's put it that way. So you've got really cool little, you've got sentiments, and then these really cute little, this is a little corner, and then an X in a circle. Number 1, I like this one. Happy birthday to a classic. Excuse me. To the man who does everything. And check this out nice and close. There's a hammer and there's a wrench. How cool is that? Little mustache here. Love this guy. There's a die that cuts this out. And then especially like this one. Holy smokes, you're amazing. And then every day with you is another adventure. That could be any occasion. And then together for the long haul. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now these are red rubber stamps, so you won't see me with my the cushy mat underneath. So it's straight to it. So first thing I'm going to do is let's bring out the base. Now I saw this card done by Meg Lovin, who I like to call Meg Lovin. I just love her name, but it's Meg Lovin, I believe, if I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, correct me please. So this is early espresso, and it is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I've made 2 score marks. So the 8.5 scored in half is 4 1/4, and the 4 1/4 scored in half is 2 1/8. So what you do is fold this over. Now, I have lost, believe it or not, this is so embarrassing, my scoring, it's not a blade, my scoring part of my Stampin' trimmer fell out and I cannot find it. I don't know if it's the color of the rug. My eyes can't see it. So I've been using a stylus, which just isn't quite as nice. So that's scored in half. And then because we like to use our scoring tools. I'm not really good at just folding something in half. So this is at the 2 1/4 mark, and I'm just, nope, 2 1/8 mark, making sure that's lined up nicely. There. So that is the base of the card. You can see it's like a mini Z, but Meg called it the reverse panel fun fold card. Now I changed it up because that's what we do, right? So what I did is I'm adding a piece of the DSP. It's called He's the Man. Here's the other side of this particular piece. And did I say this was early espresso? I don't think I did. That's early espresso. And I'm going to glue it right here. Now what I did is everything's got wide borders. It just works out better for cutting our paper, that we get more out of it. So this inside panel is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I will glue that. Now you use whatever adhesive works for you. I like this because I need my wiggle time. If you can place things right the first time, I am jealous of you. So jealous. All right, so usually what I do is I set it down lightly. And you'll notice I only put glue on the opposite side of this around the edges so I could hold it in the center and not get my fingers too gluey. I sometimes do when I drop the sheet down. I'll get glue on my fingers. It's not the end of the world. All right, so that's that panel. I cut another piece of the same DSP, and this this piece is, let me think of it, 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So it's the same length. And what I want to do when I glue this is I want to line it up so this matches. So it's not like down here. That's an exaggeration, but you can see better by example, by me being silly about it. So now I also know that because this is wider, this is 2 1/8, and this is, what did I say, 2 3/4. I don't want to go all the way across. So I'll put my fingers here as a reminder, don't glue that part. Just want to get kind of close, but not too close. I didn't go over. I'm pretty sure I didn't go over. But just in case, no, just in case that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to set that on lightly, open up my card. Ah, good check, didn't do it. And then line these two up, and they're already perfect. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So this is just an extra little panel on the card. I don't know what Meg's measurements were, except this one and the little card, which I changed because I did it wrong. I changed it. I didn't do it wrong. I did it my way. Alrighty. So on this card, you also have a mini card. And this particular piece of early espresso, pardon me, is 4 inches by 6 1/2, and it's scored at 3 1/4. So it's scored exactly in half. Now cards often open this way. This card's going to open this way, and it's going to get glued about here. Nothing here will affect this. I just want to get it on straight. This I'm going to use a little bit more glue. I know I don't usually, but I'm not touching this part. All right, so I'm going to line it up along with this piece to the best of my ability. It's a whole lot easier when I hold things up, so pardon me while I hold this. Alrighty. And that closes like that. If you want to put this closer to the edge, that is entirely up to you. How far am I? I'll give you this measurement. So we're about 1/2 inch from the edge. Let's just make sure that is, we're good. Okay, so another thing that I did was I added a front panel, which is the front panel. Let me think. The front panel is, pardon me, 3 inches by 3 3/4. And this is just the opposite side of the paper. And we'll glue that on. This is actually a really quick and easy card to put together once you have all your pieces cut. So cut them all and just do them whatever order you want. It doesn't really make a difference, except you for sure want to put, if you're putting a backing piece of DSP down, then you for sure want to get that down first. Next, let me just think. Let's think. Okay, we will stamp. I don't have this written down. I'm just going. So this is one of the old style pads where we flipped it a different way. It's a different style, but it still works. It's still beautiful. Now I know this is being die cut, so I'm not thinking about is it upside down, is it right side up, or any of the above. Look at how beautifully that stamps. This is one of the things that attracted me and still attracts me to Stampin' Up! Products. How absolutely, check that out, how absolutely pristine that is. Even those teeny tiny little dots right there are perfect, absolutely perfect. So it's going to get cut out with this, and oh look, magic, there it is there. So this is one of the dies from the set, from the bundle. And here's the rest. They're kind of willy-nilly here, but I will pour them out so you can see them. And gather the stamp set one more time to show you how this works. Cool. I tested a bunch of these today. I didn't use it on this particular card, but I will show you. So those are so cool. Kind of like a little argyle pattern. I believe that's what it's called. This cuts out banners 2 at a time. More banners. These are, well, clearly curved. This would go right here. And I found that I could use this one here. And I also used it on a Father's Day card because I just thought it looked really cool. Here's the die I talked about. I'll turn them over this way so you can see that way. And then the die I just showed you with the edging and then a little bit of a bevel on it, if you can see that. Kind of like looking embossed, fits these two. So it's very, very cool that Stampin' Up! Has done all this for us and made all these beautiful pieces. Now, please do stay to the end because I have another card to show you. Oh, let's put them all back in. That would make sense. I'm really bad for... There I go again for not putting them all away. Bad Sandy, bad Sandy. Okay, they're away. And we'll gather more pieces. Alrighty, so to continue with the front, what I did is I thought this was a little too bland for me, just a little bit too bland. So I cut a strip of soft succulent. This is 3/4 of an inch wide by 3 3/4, and I'm just going to place it right about there. So put a little bit of Tombow on there. And again, if you wanted to use Stampin' Seal or any other product that you have, that works too. I just really like these. Now, for me, seeing this against that, I just need to make sure that's straight. It looks straight to my eyes. I am going to, oh, pardon me. I'm going to see if I popped it up. I did pop it up. I am going to pop this up. What I did is, again, thought it was too bland. So I took another piece of soft succulent and I cut it, or die cut it, using the Stylish Shapes dies. Those are the dies I always recommend. They're new and they're wonderful. And see, I just get that nice little bit of the green of the soft succulent around there, and I like that. I'm really a minimalist when it comes to gluing. It will stick together. It will not fall apart. Okay, now last time what I did is I finished the card and then went, nah, I need something else. So not this time, but I am going to put my dimensionals on, which I did bring out. I'll use the full-size ones. Alrighty, and everything, yep. So I can go corner, corner. There's no corners. I can go make a triangle. There's no corners in a circle. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, and that will go kind of off to the side a little bit. So the part where I want to add, and remember I talked about those banners, and so I cut a couple of these, and I thought, how cute would they look if they were there and there, kind of setting this off, and nice little contrast there of the early espresso and the soft succulent. So that's what I'm doing. So what I ended up doing is, because I had already put this on and there were dimensionals in the way, I ended up cutting them and sliding them in underneath. So that's not happening this time. Because now that I've made the card, I'm not deciding after the fact how to make the card. It's part of the creating of cards is to think you're done, but then you're not. And then you put more goodies on, and then it looks really pretty. We're going to finish the inside of the card as well. Alrighty, I do want to get this Every Day With You facing up. I didn't really want this sideways, so I just want to see. It's not the end of the world if this goes over, but I do want to take up some of the real estate over here. Okay, I didn't quite put that down, so I can move it again. That's the beauty of it. Don't push down all the way if you're not completely happy. And I'm going to try and get right over top of this. My goal is that you not see the ends of the banners down here. All right, so let's open her up. How did I get glue inside the card already? I don't know. Alrighty, and I'm going to bring these out so you can see. So with the DSP, and this doesn't show really well in the catalog, but with the DSP you get 2 sheets of these punch-out parts. So you can see I've used a bunch, and they're really cool. So I've chosen this one, With You I'm Never Lost. It feels like it goes with the front of the card, but check this out. Holy smokes, you're the best. Hooray, you're the champ. I like this one. The car, you're a classic. You're stronger than you know. I'm trying to see if you can see the bottom of this. You're flippin' awesome. Strong and courageous. The trees, I don't know where I put those. Barbecue. Lots and lots. This one, cheers to all your years. So that says birthday to me. It could though be someone retiring too. Cheers to all your years. You did a great job and now you're retired. And then antlers. Like I said, one of those buses, I took it out. I was going to use it for the card. That was my original thought, and then I changed it. Now I also took out some of these little stars out of that sheet. I didn't use them on the original, but I thought maybe I'll use them here. So this is the same size as this front panel. So this is 3 by 3 1/4. I'm not stamping the inside, so I can put this straight in. And I have a little eraser that can get that glue off. We don't have it at Stampin' Up, but it's just like a little rubbery kind of eraser. Oh, I thought I did that wrong, but I did not. And I feel the glue on my fingers as we speak. Pardon me. Alrighty. So, I think I'm going to move this. I placed it on the first card and then decided I would change it, but of course I glued it on. So this is the with you, where are we? Get over there, Sandy. With you, I'm never lost. Every day is an adventure, and with you, I'm never lost. I don't normally use 2 circles. I would change it up, but I really like this one. And I don't want it sticking out of the card. I do not, but I can put it over to this edge right before it closes. So that still gives the person with this card that receives the card or that sends this card a spot to write, and they can put their name on there too, so that's perfect. So I kind of like these stars, and I'm kind of not sure what to do. I might just put, whoops, I turn it over. I might just put 1. I feel like if I put more, it's just like more than I want, you know? I'm going with 1. It's 1 or 3, so 1 wins. We're just going to use the tiniest little, I'm just going to dot that glue until I see it. These eyes don't see it yet. There we go. That's more than I need. So scrape that off. There it is there. There is a way. If you don't want your fingers to get gooey, you can do what I do, was if I just happen to have a little piece of paper, just scrape it off that way. You can do that too. I think that's really cool. Not quite done though, because like there's no ribbon on this card. That is true. There's no ribbon. Let's just move a couple things out of the way. These are part of the suite of products. So this is the rustic metallic adhesive backed dots. You get 2 sizes. That's 2? Yep, 2 sizes. I was asking my eyes to tell me what's the truth here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this size and I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here. So it's an embellishment that doesn't overtake the card, and I think it's perfect for this masculine card. And you know, if you've watched my videos, I always say I struggle with masculine cards, but you know what? I'm really liking this. All right, so hold on. Here's the original. Looks very much alike. I used the other stamp, the Together or In for the Long Haul, and see what I mean? I put this over here. I was kind of iffy. So other than that, the cards are the same. And then my son-in-law needed a card, a Father's Day card for his dad. And when I showed this card to my daughter, and you've heard me talk about my daughter before, she was like, "Oh, that's so busy. It's got a lot going on." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So what I took that to mean was, don't make the Father's Day card quite so much. So the card base is the same. What I did here, as you can see under here, I have a panel. Did I write this down? I did not write down the measurement. I will give that to you. Which is, boy, that's hard to see with the glare. Alrighty, it's 1 3/4 by, I better do it, 5 1/4, and I put it through the Hive 3D embossing folder. Now this piece is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4, a little titch under 5 1/4. And then I did the same thing here. I didn't use DSP, too late now. I did that same circle, this one, that I used for the top here, but I did it in so they're all the same colors, in the early espresso. This is another one of the dies from the set. Few embellishments. This is the Father's Day card. Another little bit of the Hive 3D embossing folder. To me, it looks kind of rocky, so that kind of worked for me with the camping theme. And then the inside I really love. Holy smokes, you're amazing. And these are those Argyle things. But I was trying so hard today to figure out how exactly I would use them. And I absolutely love them like that. They're like their own little banners almost. So the only difference then in style is that I made this piece smaller and I put a layer under it. So there's the difference there. Other than that, they're the same. And here's how they look again from the top. And here's how this one, how about I put it so you can actually see it? It's a really cool card for standing up, putting on a mantle, because whoever looks at it is going to go flip, flip, cool. That's what I would say anyway. And this one's just a smaller flip, flip, flip. And it looks like that from the top. So whatever style of this you want to do, that is completely up to you. I do hope you enjoyed my video. I'm below in the narrative part are all the important links below. If you want more inspiration, you can check out my blog. I'm on Instagram. You can check out my Facebook page as well. And of course, there's links to shop because I am a demonstrator. And I do appreciate you shopping with me. And that would be wonderful. So I do thank you for that. Also, a thumbs up, a comment. I do reply to the comments. Sharing is very important, but also subscribing. All of that helps YouTube say, hey, let's just, I don't know, put this, show it so people see it, you know, without having to do what I have to do, which is just search. I do the search. Anyway, my friends, that's all I have for you. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.